Alrighty, this is going to be a quick tutorial on BoatNGo. Um, First, when you load up BoatNGo, it is going to make you pick a active boat to set an active boat. Um, in testing purposes, we chose a 30-foot center console and named my boat Robalo R300. But one of the cool things about BoatNGo and what we've done here is every vessel is scored differently. So a kayak is going to be scored differently than a pontoon, and even the subcategories of cabin cruiser, catamaran, center console, cuddies, walk around, those all have different metrics and different scoring systems based on length and type of vessel specifically. So it's really cool that a kayak and a yacht are going to be totally different scored based on conditions, based on location, based on where they're at. So we're going to save the boat, and you can see immediately at the active boat in the top bar area, that's going to be the main hub. You can see it's got an active boat, 30-foot center console. It's a Robalo R300. Now you may have a jet ski or something and you can swap them out and they will be definitely graded differently. So maybe you have a 30-foot center console and you've got a couple jet skis out on the dock as well. You can switch it over to the jet skis and quickly determine what the conditions are offshore if you want to take it offshore. For testing, I put us down in Miami-Dade County. We're about 11 miles offshore. I've already picked a spot. You can see the blinking pick a spot there. If you hit the pick a spot, it is going to take us to any spot we choose. One of the really interesting things we've done is we collaborated as much resource as possible to get conditions as accurate as possible. That was one of our number one goals when we were building BoatNGo, is to make the conditions you tap on to be confident that those are accurate. And we use a lot of different resources, NOAA, WW3 models, NWS models, buoy models, inlet, offshores. There's so many different models that we use to actively pool data to make sure it is accurate for the boater. The last thing we want to do is have wrong information. Now, I will tell you, as a captain, it's really specifically, the captain's job to do research. And this is what this is. This is a tool to be added to your portfolio of other tools to help you make proper decisions offshore. This app is specifically offshore, near shore. It is also designed for the Great Lakes and even intercoastal waterways. And it's actually designed for inland as well. However, it is going to be utilized more specifically for probably near shore, offshore guys. As we close out the pick a spot, you can go back to the live boating screen. It's going to tell you, hey, it's like up at the top, you've got 20-mile-an-hour winds, you've got 4-foot waves, a 5-second period. It's saying it's probably not the best day to go out there. It's calling it a no-go. Currently, that spot was picked at around 1,089 feet, and it's saying no. I'm going to go over to the forecast screen here because it's going to get a little bit different. The forecast screen you can see is a 31. The decision screen is a 43. So the decision screen and the pick a spot are live scores, meaning they are graded for that hour right there. In the forecast screen, these scores are a rolling 8-hour score. So you can see basically it's 43 right now. That means it's telling me over the next 8 hours, conditions are going to get worse because the score is a 31 for today. So it's definitely lower than our pick a spot. So conditions are definitely going to be deteriorating throughout the day. We can check out the 7-day boating score is awesome because you can quickly determine what days of the week are going to be your go days. And Friday right now, April 17th, is looking like the best day for offshore fishing. And if you want to get more specific, we're going to go to the dash screen. Well, we'll do a 7-day weather. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of information to do on this other than the weather is actually specifically pinpointed to your location. So we use live ocean weather or live inland weather. So if you pick offshore and it's 12 or 15 degrees cooler than it is in Miami, I mean, we're specifically pulling offshore current temperature. Going to the dash screen, a very quick, like for you to look at the wave, wind, tide. You can see tide is rising, water temperature is stable, fishing score. It tells you a little bit about the fishing score there. We're going to go back to waves, and it's saying 3.94 feet with a 5-second period. We're going to hit tap for more details, and this is going to give us a nice overview of the week. So you can see today, Sunday, and you can kind of get an accurate detail of the week ahead. And then that's true for wind, wave, period, and then the tide. Our metric charts is total seas, so it's going to accumulate total seas, which is nice. We are going to run over to the nav screen real quick. Nav screen is basically not designed to be a Navionics beater, but what it is designed to do is designed for the guy that doesn't really maybe have a great nav system, but even if you do have a great nav system, you may want to use this for a couple of things, like set your launch point. So it will set a launch point, and it's going to leave breadcrumb trails all the way out, so you know how to get back to your launch point, specifically. It's going to leave a trail behind you, and your launch point is going to be set there, so you know exactly what ramp you're at. Now we're going to quickly talk about dash one more time. The radar. This radar was designed to not be pretty, but to be accurate. And there's a lot of cool weather apps out there, and you load them up and you're 10 miles offshore and you don't see anything, and you don't have a radar on your boat, and you're like, okay, I've got no signal. So we specifically designed not to be pretty, but to be informational and to work better offshore than some of the other ones. We have a low signal off right now. If we turn it on, that basically loads up the lowest bandwidth for us to pull data accurately, and it's going to be quick, much quicker. So you can see up there, just north of us, there are some clouds and some small little thunderstorms brewing. But this whole purpose of this, radar, again, was not designed to be pretty, but it is designed to help manage offshore, and cell service starts to go away when you start heading offshore. And even inshore, man, sometimes you get spotty services. So you want to turn the low signal on, and that's going to help you out. And hopefully you won't get loading lag. All right, we're going to head over to the BoatNGo. BoatNGo, man, I tell you, what a awesome tool this is. First off, you're going to have a species guide that each species guide is accurately depending on your location. So species in Florida are going to be different than California and New York and Maine. The species are species specific towards your state and local areas. We'll just look at this black drum here, and it's going to give you a nice picture of it. It's going to give you an edibility score. It's going to tell you your minimum size and how many you can catch. It gives you a little quick rundown about the fish, and then it gives you how to fish and some suggested lures. If you can go to the regulation tab, it's going to also get a little bit more deeper into regulations, depending if you're on federal, Atlantic, state, Gulf regulations. The fish identify, very neat. This is a absolute awesome tool that we are constantly tweaking, and I put beta on there. Even though it's very accurate, it's still in testing. So this is a truly AI fish identifier that we have put together, and it is designed to get better like with usage. So as it gets used, you will take a picture and submit it. The AI that we've created here at BoatNGo is going to determine the species, and it is going to accurately tell you what species it is based on the picture you uploaded. Now, what happens on the back end is, while we're in beta mode, is I get a copy of the fish. So as soon as you take a picture, the AI will instantly go to work. It starts looking at species that we've uploaded, and it's going to determine which species best matches the picture you've taken. Now, what happens on the back end is I get a copy mailed to me, like emailed to me, of your catch. And I'm going to read what AI said it was. So AI may say, hey, this was a you know, like it was a bluefish. And in reality, it was a small red drum. And I'm going to notice the difference, and then I accurately tell the AI with coding that it was inaccurate, and teach it to know that, hey, that is not a bluefish, that is a redfish, or vice versa. So it is a tool that is getting better, it's getting smarter, it's accurately getting better, and more users that use it, it's only going to help tremendously. The license is really cool. And you see, like, you have 10 a day, right? I mean, listen, the reason why 10 is the limit is because it's costly. This is not a cheap tool to use, even for us as developers. So as we get better and make our AI more accurate, we will increase the today limits. But honestly, I don't know anyone that is going to use it more than 10 times in a day. License, my fishing license, you can take a picture in case you get pulled over and they want a copy of your license. Logbook is awesome to log your catch. You can put the species, the note. Another cool thing with this is when you submit your species and the location, the AI actually takes note of that, and it will accurately say, hey, you know, Jim caught a redfish here, and you know, Tom caught a redfish not too far from there. So it helps the AI get better when accurately predicting and determining what types of fish in our BoatNGo hotspots, which we'll get to right now. So the BoatNGo hotspots, it's going to take a little bit here to load up. Number one, my service is absolutely horrible where I'm at. And number two, it is using a tremendous amount of searching right now that's happening on the back end. But you can see these little red fish swimming around, and down at the bottom you can see the legend that's showing, you know, best is red. And these are the color of the fish. So AI, this is truly an AI, you know, fish tool to help us determine what fish are where. And we are scanning, we are using everything, man. We are using substrate, we are using water conditions, we are using pressure, time of day, depth of water. We'll click on the fish smarter, and it's saying weak fish or flounder outside there, and then mangrove snapper, lane snapper, black sea bass. And it tells you a confidence level there. So you can see a 72% confidence level, lane snapper 67, black sea. That is the AI saying, hey man, we're pretty sure there's some mangrove snapper over here. They've got a pretty high confidence level that there's some mangrove snapper sitting right there at that specific like artificial reef. We'll click on a little bit more away from the reef, and we've got hogfish, red grouper, and cobia. It's got cobia sitting at a 72, which is slightly confident. Just a really cool fishing tool that we are constantly making better. And been very proud of this fishing tool because I don't know if there's anything quite out there like this on the market. Our AI that we developed is, again, using so much data to help you accurately pinpoint what to fish for. I've used this and tested this out many a times, and I can tell you I've been very, very happy with the outcomes. If it calls for a specific fish, that is what I'm fishing for. I have landed numerous times exactly what they called for, in specific spots as well. So it's a really neat tool that we're really proud about here when we developed BoatNGo. These fish will constantly move and update because there is so much scanning right now happening that is on the back end. Just a tremendous amount of information that the AI is researching. It's always going to research your pick a spot. So if you want to see what fish are biting down south, you can move it and pick a spot down here, and it's going to start scanning that area as well. So or just north of Port Canaveral, and you can see it's got a pick and spot as well, so you can pick your spot and it's going to tell you what fish here. They're not very confident on fish. Anything under 50% is probably not worth going out on. So that's one thing to note. If it's a 42%, that is not going to be worth a run off there to check for some hogfish or red grouper or black sea bass. The AI system that we developed is not confident at all on those particular ones. But if you stay in this area for quite some time, you can see just north of our location, we've got some artificial reefs. But if you stay here, fish will start populating and updating as well. But we're going to go ahead and close it out here. We're really thrilled with how BoatNGo is, and as far as the costs go, I do have a promotion going on for $59.99 for the annual year. Look, this app takes a lot of back-end data that gets pushed to our servers. If this app was cheaper or free and we had a tremendous amount of downloads, it would stall our API servers because so many people are using the app, picking spots, using the data. We've got so much stuff happening on our back end that this is a premium app designed for people that want another tool in their pocket to help plan, to help fish. And really, this is a planning app. It's going to be an app for you to use that day, that morning, the couple days prior, to start planning your days on what to fish for, what boat you're taking out. It's going to be an app that is designed, again, for people that really want a nice tool to help them out. But thank you so much for everyone that's been supportive of BoatNGo. We have a tremendous team here. I'm one of the lead developers, and it's just been an awesome project, something we're really proud of, and something we're going to continue to tweak. If you have any questions, you can always email us at support@boatngo.app. And everyone out there, I hope you guys have a great and safe day on the water. Thanks for watching. And I'll tell you what, 5 people who watch this video to the end, if you send me an email at support@boatngo.app, I'll give you a year free subscription for the first 5 users. Have a great one, guys.